learned a meditation through Dr. Wayne Dyer that is perfect for the 111 gateway. I learned it through his book called Getting in the Gap, and it's a type of japa meditation where you are resting in the space between. The way that I learned it through him is where he's using a phrase or a word like love or the Our Father prayer, where you're pausing in between the words, and then you break it down where you're pausing in between the letters. And what dropped in for me was japa between the space of the 111 pillars. Okay, so if you're not familiar with japa, here's one way you can do it. There's a lot of ways. Visualize the 111 pillars and look at the first one. Really look at it, anchor into it, witness it as it is. And then witness the second one, the next one, the one in the middle. Witness that one. Really focus on it. Give all your attention to that one. And then move into the space between them, between the two ones. Without the space in between, the two ones would be together, right? There'd be one. And rest in that space. You have the structure of the two pillars on either side of you, holding that space for you to rest in. And while you're resting in that space, verbalize the sound of ah, which is said to be the frequency of God, the tone. You don't have to use that tone. You can use whatever tone you want to. You can om. You can use any other type of mantra you want to as well. Just verbalize in that space. I'm giving you some time to do that now. And then once you've done that, go back to that second one. So this is the one in the middle. And witness that one again. And move on to the third one. So this is the final one. This is the final pillar in this 111 gateway. And witness that final one. Feel the frequency of it. Focus on it. Be with it. And then move back to that space. Rest in that space between the second and the third pillars of the 1-1 gateway. And verbalize, tone, activate it with your frequency, your personal frequency, your soul identity that you are able to create with in this physical reality. Okay. So continue to tone whatever tone you're using as you are in that space. And that's it. In less than 5 minutes, you've just activated your personal frequency within the frequencies of the 111 gateway. If you have difficulty visualizing in your mind's eye, you can write 3 ones on a piece of paper and look at them. Write them on a whiteboard, write them on a chalkboard, draw them, however you want to do it. You can physically anchor using materials in the physical world, those ones in front of you, and practice that way as well. You can also visualize the first one, get in the gap and tone, visualize the second one, and then get in the gap and tone, and visualize the third one. You can do this so many ways. If you wanted to use the word love, for example, as the japa meditation, you would visualize the letter L and visualize the letter O, and you're really visualizing each one separately, witnessing it in the frequency of its being, and then you're moving into that space between them and anchoring into that gap that they have created, that space that they have created for you to pause and be present. Again, toning your sound. And then you would move on to the next group of letters. So then you'd move on to the O and the V, and then move to that space in between as you tone. All right, until next time, enjoy the expansion, my friends.